about 2 minutes, 28 seconds for me to model this part. Not too bad. Big thing was something that I mentioned a couple episodes ago, or maybe last episode, was just taking a couple seconds at the start to familiarize yourself with the print and make sure you know all the features. You saw there I had to go back into my sketch 1 for my revolve to add in this little cutout at the bottom because I noticed that later. I also noticed that this dimension became 2.5 inches accidentally instead of 0.25 inches, so a little bit of care needs to be taken when punching in dimensions. And yeah, just being familiar with the print, taking, again, a couple seconds, look over everything, make sure you know where everything is, what features are there, and you're good to go. Other than that, just a couple of quick things to point out. When you're making sketches or features that are cylindrical, generally I like to do revolved features rather than doing several extrude or boss extrudes. So in this case, we could have done our main cylindrical cut extrude, maybe even offset the inner circle right away, and then done another little extrude for this top bit, and then cut just part of this from one side, and then pattern that around. So you could do it that way. The other way, again, is just to do a single sketch, do all your dimensions in that sketch, and just crank it out really quickly. Here I used the center line initially, just so that by dimensioning from a line to a center line, you can either do radius dimensions, or if you drag that dimension off to the other side. So if I do that really quickly, again, from here to here, that gives me the radius. If I drag over, it gives me the diameter. And then I can stay with relation. If you look at my mouse cursor, has that little D next to it. So it's anything that I click on after this will give me the diameter dimension relative to that. If I want to get out of it, I just click out in the open somewhere, and I'm back to my normal smart dimension tool. So that can be really handy. Again, just noticing this feature earlier on, maybe adding an extra construction line down at the bottom, but I did pick up that coincident relation when I added the bottom line. So we were all good there. And then again, making sure that I punch in the dimensions right there. Otherwise, the other small tip, when you have a sketch like this with a center line, you can pre-select the center line right before going into revolve boss base, and that will automatically pick that up as your revolving axis. And then any closed profile in there, that's what's going to get revolved around the pre-selected line. So you can save yourself a second or two there. Other than that, again, simple part, just a revolve and a circular cut extrude pattern. Not too much to really say there. So let's see if we can speed this up by being a little bit more efficient, already knowing the profile or just having a little bit more attention to the profiles. Let's see what we get next time.